Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. Doctor is back with another episode of daily videos of altcoin. Today I've chosen Avalanche, pretty much hot altcoin of this season, and we will take a deep dive into it to see if it's really worth it, if it has still room to go further price wise, and if it's going to be investment for the future. So guys, before I jump right into it, please make sure that you subscribe to the channel and hit that like button. I really appreciate that. Thank you. So if you don't know what Avalanche is, I would like to start with some kind of introduction about what Avalanche is and what it aims to do. So basically, Avalanche is an open source platform for launching DeFi applications and enterprise blockchain deployments in one interoperable, highly scalable ecosystem. It is the first smart contracts platform that confirms transactions under 1 second, support the entirety of the Ethereum development toolkit, and enables millions of independent validators to participate as full block producers. The testnet had over 1,000 full block producing nodes, breaking a world record. That's a big deal, guys, to my beliefs. In addition to supporting sub-second finality, Avalanche is capable of throughput orders of magnitudes greater than existing blockchain network. It's like about 4,500 transactions per second. Guys, that's a lot. And safety threshold well above the 41% standard of other networks. I mean, I think there is reason behind all this. I mean, you've seen how crazy Avalanche was coming up. Of course, it wasn't that crazy that Solana was yet, but this project is one of the projects that I'm highly considering to invest more in it. Of course, it's not a financial advice what I'm saying here. I'm just trying to describe the project, let you know what it is as far as I researched about it, and you're gonna decide as the end. So you will not consider anything in this video or other videos that I'm posting as a financial advice, please, guys. As I always mention, when it comes to your money, you have to decide wisely. You have to do your researches, as you cannot blame anybody if you lose your money. The same is going on with me. So be smart. So coming back to the Avalanche, well, one of the big difference between Avalanche and other decentralized network is that the consensus protocol, right? Over time, people have come to a false understanding that blockchains have to be slow and not scalable after seeing the existing blockchains in action. The Avalanche protocol employs a novel approach to consensus to achieve its strong safety guarantees while achieving quick finality and high throughput without compromising decentralization. Unlike other networks that force terms and conditions of network participation uniformly across the system, Avalanche empowers individuals and enterprises to easily create powerful, reliable, and secure applications and custom blockchain networks with complex rule sets, or built on existing private or public networks that fit their use case. For example, a regulated financial institution wanting to issue digital assets, right? It's simply not possible for them to do so compliantly in a system where they cannot control which nodes validate their network activity. In Avalanche, the same institution can achieve complete control over the virtual machine running their use case and the condition of running a node on their custom sub network. So it seems, guys, that these people are coming with some sort of real solution to the cryptocurrency or crypto asset or crypto projects, right? Now I mentioned the team. Let's talk about the team. Who is behind this? Actually, AVALabs is a company that is behind the project, right? So, company behind the Avalanche platform is co-founded, the one AVALabs that I mentioned, with Kevin Seknicki and Mofan Tedien. They were first author of the hotstop protocol used in Facebook's Libra. You've heard about Libra, Facebook's Libra. I bet you have heard about them. So it's, I mean, kind of huge. When I was actually getting the information about this project, it was kind of blowing my mind. I mean, of course, you should never get excited with watching this video or any other videos, decide go all in some project. But we have to understand which project really deserves to run up all the way, let's say, to the top first 10, right? So coming back to talking about Avalanche, I really want to let you know guys, about what's happening in this project. Well, if I want to compare it to Bitcoin, for example, right? Let's compare it to Bitcoin. What Avalanche has that Bitcoin doesn't, or vice versa. Well, Bitcoin achieves, for example, transaction finality in 1 hour. I think you know that. Avalanche transaction achieves sub-second finality. The difference is already, huge. Another one is Bitcoin's blockchain production is centered around 2,000 mining pools and solo miners. Avalanche, in contrast, can accommodate thousands to many millions of block producers without leaking value out of the system. Another difference is Bitcoin can facilitate 7 transactions per second. Avalanche has achieved 6,500 transactions per second, demonstrating that it can accommodate 3 times the transaction flow of Visa. I mean, these are mind-blowing stuff, guys, about this project. And I'm not really surprised, because from out of that CEOs, I think it shouldn't be that surprising. Well, guys, I'm considering to, the market is a little bit hard, making it hard to decide the move of the market these days. Today we just have had roughly about $10,000 in Bitcoin downside. Of course, it took other altcoins with it down as well. As you know, also I'm into trading, not only investing. So when it comes to buying into some altcoin, I'm also considering a good entry points. And because I want to let you know as well, I will take a look at it in AVAX token against BTC. Now, if you're wondering how their tokenomic and this stuff is, well, Avalanche token is AVAX, and is a native token, AVAX, and is used to secure the network through staking, because it's a proof of a stake. Big difference between Bitcoin and Ethereum, which they are proof of work, and they're aiming to change that. But this Avalanche already, of course, as a new project, is taking the good thing, which is the proof of stake, and pay for fees. Of course, I told you, pay for fees and provide a basic unit of account between the multiple subunits. Networks created by Avalanche platform is just paid by AVAX. So this is the token that they are basically using to give the rewards to their stakers and fees and this stuff. But the good and very unique thing that I found about Avalanche is about tokenomic, that the rewards are going for fees and all this stuff, for the mine and all this stuff is being burned. So it increasing the scarcity of the avalanche price wise, right? That's pretty much damn good thing, guys. So taking a look at the, trading prospect, I always take a look at particular altcoin against Bitcoin. And of course, this is because of the 2 days big downside of the market. We'll see what's going to happen. If you're wondering what are my opinion on the Bitcoin price in future, trading wise, you're gonna go and check my previous videos. I've just posted 2 videos. One of them mainly is about the price of Bitcoin. It's just right there. You can just take a look at it. But here, guys, we are seeing a downside movement, and of course that's kind of is not surprising to me. But very quick, it can come to my attention that we have kind of a supports. Let's say we are roughly under it, but the market is in downside movement, so we'll see how it's gonna end. To be honest with you, I just didn't check recently what's the price of Bitcoin, so it's been traded for 6,000. We had this big side down movement like 10,000 candle. We'll see how this candle will close, how the next will open. If you followed my video, if you were subscribed to the channel, if you just watch my, I don't know, video accidentally, the trading video, I've just warned everybody about this danger zone right in here. I don't want to get into it again because this is a video about Avalanche, but you can of course subscribe to the channel, follow me, and also in Twitter, so we can share ideas about trading in here, and we can move further together as a community. But going back to Avalanche, no thing, because Avalanche is a new project, so it's not like, for example, Litecoin. When I take a look at the chart, I see, for example, long history of running against Bitcoin, and actually that's a good thing for the current bull cycle, because there are new projects, a lot of hype, a lot of talk around them. Actually, Avalanche is quite interesting. I think it's a project here to stay, and we can actually take it as a long-term investment. We'll see where the market goes, but anyways, that's why we have this kind of messy moves against Bitcoin, because usually all of them, or most of Litecoin, are like having some downside historically, and we are waiting for a breakout. But this one already doesn't need breakout because it's already kind of, you can consider it. Actually, it was broken out against Bitcoin from this kind of a resistance, but now is under it. We'll see. I think if Bitcoin make it back, all of them will go back and will end up somewhere above the box. But I'm not so much optimistic these days on the price of Bitcoin. I think after all this has happened, I was considering this run since 28,000 could end up as a bull trap, and I was waiting for that. Was an exit of my down position. I actually short the market today on the top, but anyways, we'll see where it goes. I have some also little bull ideas I will share with you tomorrow in the video daily updates, and you might not want to lose that, miss that video. Anyways, if market could, survive this kind of down movement, then I believe Avalanche is already ready to go much and higher and break the all-time high against Bitcoin and also against USDT. If you want, I can look at it in USDT also, lets you know what I'm thinking there. Yeah, here, pretty much nice. AVAX actually was a pretty I think if it was a little bit early, well, Solana was the winner, because Solana started enough early after Bitcoin started, so it went all the way up. But looking here, to be honest with you guys, Avalanche also is in a perfect position in case I could be convinced that we are not, this one is not a bull trap, and we are ready to go higher in the Bitcoin price, which is eventually indicating the direction of the market, then I will buy into the Avalanche much more, and I think we can have a nice ride to the upside. Of course, it's not a financial advice. You're going to decide and going to do your research, and you're going to decide on your money by yourself. But this is what I think. This is what is my plan, and I will see where the market is gonna go. If we continue just going to the downside and crash, then of course I'm not considering any new purchase. I'm not considering any, of course, long trade. Of course, I might probably, if we go into the bear market, I'll be entertaining more short positions. I will let you know in the trade daily. So that's why you have to subscribe and you have to follow the channel so we get idea from each other. But at the moment I'm looking, but I can tell you, if the market recover and we start again climbing upside, Avalanche could kill it, AVAX could kill it, because we don't need to wait for a breakout like we need to wait for Litecoin, I don't know, Chainlink, what, all of these altcoin that they've been going down all the time. Solana could go high crazily, Cardano, let's say AVAX, Avalanche. Let's say, for example, I mentioned Algorand some days ago. It had also nice job. As soon as I mentioned, I posted a video about it. It was just going up, but like crazily. But unfortunately, the market has crashed. All I want to say that buying into the altcoin, even though they went very much up recently, buying to the altcoin that is already in the way up sometimes, of course not in the all-time high. If I see Avalanche is right in here, I'm not really there to get into it. But if I find it, for example, is such a support level in here and market is bullish, then I can hope for this kind of a move, breaking the previous all-time high, because at the moment I think is actually having kind of a double top with the lower high in here, which is not good. But of course, if we get support and start going upside in here, I can get into it and we can have a nice ride to the upside. Not a financial advisor, we'll see what happens. So guys, I think after all, that was all I got. Please make sure that you subscribe to the channel, hit the like button and leave your comment down below for me. And after all, that was all I got about the Avalanche. Be blessed, Dr. Al.